A homeless woman was arrested for sleeping in a subway station. Then a Navy admiral whispered two words that changed everything. For 3 years, she had been invisible. Then, in one moment, she became the most important person in the room. Sarah Mitchell sat on the cold concrete floor of the downtown police precinct, her wrists still red from the handcuffs. She was 34 years old, but she looked 50. Her brown hair was matted and pulled back with a rubber band. Her jacket, once blue, was now a faded gray stained with dirt and time. Her sneakers had holes in them, and her jeans were held together with safety pins. She wasn't angry, she wasn't scared, she was just tired. The officer at the desk, Officer Ramirez, barely looked at her. He was typing on his computer, filling out the trespassing report. It was the 3rd time this month she'd been brought in. Same charge, same station, same outcome. A night in holding, a court date she wouldn't make, and then back to the streets. Mitchell, Sarah J., he said aloud as he typed. Date of birth, April 12, 1990. No fixed address. No fixed address. That was the polite way of saying homeless. Sarah didn't respond. She just stared at the floor. The fluorescent lights hummed above her. The station smelled like burnt coffee, sweat, and the faint chemical tang of cleaning solution. It was 2 a.m. on a Tuesday. The station was quiet, except for the occasional radio chatter and the sound of keyboards clicking. You know the drill, Mitchell, Ramirez said, not unkindly. We'll process you. You'll spend the night in holding. Judge will see you tomorrow afternoon. Probably time served and released. Sarah nodded. She knew the drill. Why do you keep going back to that station? Ramirez asked, his voice softer now. There are shelters. There are programs. Sarah looked up at him. Her eyes were a pale gray like storm clouds. They were tired eyes, but they weren't empty. There was something still alive in them, something that hadn't given up entirely. The shelters are full, she said quietly. And the programs have waiting lists. The subway station is warm, it's safe, I don't bother anyone. Ramirez sighed. He'd heard it all before. He went back to typing. What he didn't know, what no one in that station knew, was that Sarah Mitchell had not always been homeless. 3 years ago, she had been someone else entirely. She had been Lieutenant Commander Sarah Mitchell, a Navy intelligence officer with a top-secret clearance and a career that was supposed to change the world. But that was before the mission, before the fire, before everything fell apart. 3 years earlier, Sarah had been stationed at Naval Intelligence Command in San Diego. She was one of the best cryptanalysts in her unit, a specialist in signals intelligence. She could break codes that others couldn't even see.